Alright guys, welcome back to another garage video. We have something that I do not think I've done a video on yet, so I figured I would make a video for you guys. Today we're going to be installing an IMS oversized fuel tank. This is all the hardware it comes with. You got to bolt these on, and then it comes with the bolts for the pump, and then it will come with a insert for the breather line right there. You kind of pop that in like that. That's how I have it on the other tank. I'll show you one that's kind of already done like that. You can see my breather line right there. So if you're an XC racer, this is kind of a must-have. You're definitely going to want this for XC racing. If you're a casual rider and you do long rides, I mean, this is something that's pretty nice to have. You'll go from 2.6 gallons to 3.8. So it's definitely going to make a huge difference, even if you're just casually riding on the weekends and stuff like that. And obviously for racing, it makes a huge difference. So pretty straightforward. There's really nothing crazy with this. The only things that I would say is, if you are doing this, buy a OEM gasket for the pump. Sometimes these can be tricky and not seal when you take the pump out and put them back in. So they're cheap enough. Put a new one in and you should be good to go. The second thing, which it's not a big deal, but you will have to cut your plastic. That's kind of the finished product. They do give you a template for it, which is right here. So it's pretty easy to follow. They show you how to measure it. They show you how to measure it on the plastic. Basically line up right here, mark from there to there is 3 inches, and then you'll be at 6 to the center, and you can kind of tape it on there and cut it. I've been doing these for a long time. I'll actually take this plastic and lay it on top of the new one and just trace it out, and I'll start with a smaller cut and then I will check it and enlarge it as needed. Just so I don't take too much off. I try to get it as tight as I can, but you do not want it to hit the tank, otherwise it's going to kind of mess up where the plastics connect around this area, where your side panels connect with this top panel. It'll kind of pop out. So you need to get this down, and the idea is the plastic needs to clear this hump right here. So you want the plastic to be like just in front of this edge, like right there, and then it'll be fine. You won't have an issue with the plastics. So we're going to put this together and show you guys how to do it. So let's go. All right guys, so this is pretty straightforward. Like I said, you have 3 brackets. These 2 are for the front and this one is for the rear. You will have to remove your grommet and the little collar that is in the stock tank and then put it on here after, but it's just 2 8mm bolts for each bracket. Just line it up and then tighten them down, and that's it. We'll put the rubber piece in. Actually, I can probably do that now. All right, then you got your 2 front brackets. You want to face these down like so. Same deal. 2 of the longer 8mm bolts per side. All right, we're just going to take our rubber grommet and get it in there. Just work it in. And then our little collar. All right, next we'll do our vent line. All right, so it's probably hard to see, guys, but I'm gonna drill my hole pretty much right here. You gotta be careful, you don't wanna go too high because then you'll run into these inserts that thread down your fuel cap or your quick fill receiver. So bring this down just a little bit, then it'll be easier to get a wrench in there and tighten this thing up. I think my drill bit is a 21/64. It's big enough. We'll check it out. Yep, that's good. Make sure you clean the tank out after, get all the debris out there and wipe it down, because these do come and they, I mean, it kind of looks like it's a little dusty, but clean the tank before you use it for the first time. That's pretty good. You just will need to grab some rubber hose for that. They do have one. They do have some with like one-way valves. That's what I have on my other fuel tank. Also, we'll just have to grab some for that. So now let's get the pump installed. Here is the part number for the gasket, if you guys need one. Hopefully you can see it. So you want to put this in. It might be tough to see, but one end is angled. You want the angled part up. You don't want the flat part up, all right? So you can drop that in. Drop in your fuel pump. I think it goes like, how does it go? I think it goes like, let's see how it goes. Oh, that goes down. So it goes like this. And then we have our plate to hold it down, which also clocks it. Like that. And then you have your 6 bolts. I did wipe down the tank, made sure there was no debris left in it from drilling that hole. Alright, now we can tighten her down. Just hold the fuel pump to make sure it's heated. There's really there's no torque specs on these in the instructions. I just snugged them up. You don't want to go too crazy because these inserts are in plastic, so they can spin if you crank these down too hard. You don't want to do that. You just want to snug them up. I would say it's probably right around 7-ish foot-pounds with this size bolt, but we just snug them up and we should be good. Alright, now we can do our quick fill receiver. Alright, just briefly, you got two options like I mentioned before with this style IMS tank. They offer two styles of the IMS tank. They offer this style where you can use a bolt-on normal gas cap or the quick fill receiver. Or the other gas tank option is just the entire gas tank that's molded for a normal gas cap. If you're an XC racer, you definitely want to get this one. This way you can switch back and forth. If you get the other one, you can never add a quick fill. So just keep that in mind. Both my tanks have the option for a normal cap or a quick fill. Alright, so this is pretty straightforward, guys. This is the quick fill receiver. It has a gasket and just looks like eight bolts. We probably will replace these after. This is from my old tank, so these are kind of nasty and rusty. So we'll probably change these out after, but for now we have to use these because it's all I got. We'll clean this thing. So just line up your gasket. You can drop it in, it doesn't matter which way it goes. Line up the holes, and then you can pop your bolts in. Just tighten them up. We do have a new one of these we'll make probably in a separate shorts video. But for now, we're just going to keep this on here, clean it up quick. It might not even hold. Oh no, it holds. Alright. There's our dust cap. Now let's put it on the quad. This show you on this machine right here. That's where you plug in your harness, and then you can see the fuel line plugged in right there. Pretty straightforward. Throw your plastics back on and you're good to go, enjoying your extended ride time with the oversized IMS fuel tank. Huge thank you to IMS, another sponsor for 2026. Been with them for quite a while now. We'll make a shorts video on how I set up this guy. I'll show you this one as you probably saw, but we just take a little piece of rubber hose with a zip tie. It's just a neat trick to make this nice and easy to get on and get off. I don't like to have this tethered on the tank because sometimes it can get in the way of fueling. So that's just me, but everyone has their preference. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Give this one a thumbs up. Drop some comments. Let me know what you think of the oversized IMS gas tank. And we'll see you guys on the next one. All right, peace.